Everybody ready? Come on, let's go.
The Rick Thorne Show! Let's go! The Rick Thorne Show! Let's go!
Yo, what's up? This is Rick Thorne. Welcome to the show. I'm stoked you're here. I got a really good friend of mine, amazing musician, OG punk rocker. Inspired a lot of people. Inspires me. I'm happy that he's here. Greg Hetson, what are you doing?
Not much. How you doing?
That video was funny, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was good.
Because you can't say.
And then I saw that one. That was like I looked over here and saw the monitor. Oh God, I look terrible.
No, you look great, dude. What are you talking
All right,
about?
cool.
No, you look great. You look great. Yeah, that video. It always makes. Hey, you know what I mean? I'm just humble,
Yeah.
kind of, but I don't know. What's up with you, man? How you doing?
I can't complain, but I do. You know, that kind of shit.
Yeah.
Can I cuss here?
Yeah, you can do whatever you want.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I like your style. Yeah, I mean, well, when people say no complaints, I'm like, you're full of shit.
I mean, I complain every day, but
Just someone
I
wanna
really
hear it.
am living the dream. It's still another perfect day in paradise, no matter what the hell's going on.
Yeah,
You
you've
know?
been living that your whole life.
Yeah, I've been pretty lucky. Knock wood.
Yeah, I mean, you've been playing music for like what, forever?
Yeah, I can't even count. I don't have enough fingers and toes.
But you grew up in Orange County. I mean, in the Valley, right?
South Bay.
South. Oh, you grew up in South Bay. Okay.
Hawthorne.
Oh, you grew up in Hawthorne.
Yeah.
So then, when did you move over to where you're at now?
Like 22 years ago.
So I always thought you were from the Valley.
No.
No. So
No,
that's where it all started, Hawthorne.
Yep. Hawthorne, and then I grew up there and I started playing music there.
How old were you when you started playing?
Probably 16.
Did you start with guitar or piano?
Yeah,
or?
yeah, guitar.
Yeah.
And then by 17, I was already playing in clubs. So
That quick.
that quick, yeah.
What was the first band?
Red Cross.
Yeah, so you formed that 16. By 17, you guys already had a set.
Probably 17 when we formed, but I knew a few chords. I knew a couple of riffs. That was about it. And then, we were off and running.
What was it like back then, dude? It was a different world for punk rock, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was very small, and it was a good community. Everybody had each other's backs. There wasn't too many egos because, it was us against them back in our day, Sonny.
Yeah. It was though, right?
Yeah.
Is it weird for you to see where it's gotten?
Yes, and there's good things and there's bad things. The good thing is, it took 30 plus years or even longer to know that we were right. Our music was valid and relevant and had meaning. I'm probably using adjectives that are all exactly the same, but I don't care.
Yeah, it's all good. But so back then, what you're saying is music is relevant. People were saying, "Oh, that's not music, that's punk rock." Is that what
Exactly,
people,
yeah. I had a guitar teacher when I was in high school, and I was bringing songs and stuff to have him show me how to play. And I brought him some punk rock stuff. He goes, "Ugh, that punk rock shit. At least it's punk, though. At least it's rock." That was like...
People hated it, didn't they?
They hated it, yeah. So I pretty much stopped going to that guitar teacher after that. I never learned anything else since, so that's why I play 3 chords and the same riffs over and over.
Is that teacher still alive, you think? Still
I
around?
don't know, but he was a character. His name was AJ, and he always had this little dog with him that he would keep in his car, which the interior was really fucked up. I think it even
Sounds like he was a punk rocker.
No, he was more of a hippie type, and anyway. So I asked him one day, what does AJ stand for? He's like, always jamming.
Dude.
Yeah.
So I see what you're dealing with here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see why you got another guitar.
I'd bring
your
in
belt.
stuff from like Led Zeppelin or something to have him show me a guitar solo. He goes, "Oh, I would never have let that slider. He didn't do the pull all the way to bend the note to the correct pitch." And it's like, dude, you wish you could be fucking recording something. Yeah. Even back then, I knew this guy was an idiot. He was just bitter. He was in his 20s and he's already bitter.
Yeah, he's already bitter driving around his dog in his car. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much living in his car.
breaking down every song that's not enjoying it, just like, oh, it's not played right. Always. Hey, you think he's still jamming though?
Probably.
Always jamming.
If not, he might. If he's dead, he might be jamming and still jamming in the big
Paradise.
jam in the sky.
Yeah, jamming in the sky or
Yeah.
jamming down under. What's up? You never know.
Yeah.
So you started at 16 within a year. What inspired you to start playing? You just said, "That's what I want to do."
I don't know. It was just like, yeah, it just seemed like it would be a fun thing to do.
Did you say I want to start a punk band or be part of a punk band during that movement, like in the early days, or was it just like I just want to play? Yeah.
I mean, I just wanted to play. I mean, I did one or two shows with some friends that we did some covers. And that was about it. And then when I got into punk and kind of immersed myself in that world, it's like, yeah, I want to play this.
What year was that?
I started going to shows like my first show. Here we go. I'm wearing the T-shirt actually.
Are you?
The Dickies, not the T-shirt from that show, but my first show was the Dickies
Awesome.
and Middle Class at the Whisky in July of 1978.
Wow. Yeah, you play with in Punk Rock Karaoke
With Stan, yeah.
That's got to be cool.
It
huh?
was cool. My punk rock dreams come true.
right.
You know.
I'm
yeah.
sure he knows that was your first show, right?
Oh yeah.
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 And
So
now we're
like,
good friends. It's crazy.
Punk Rock Karaoke is pretty cool.
It's a lot of
We'll
fun.
talk about that in a while, in a bit. But so you started playing music. You got in a band. What was it like playing your first show?
Terrifying.
Where was it at?
I think
Terrifying.
like real show, like a club show.
Or just a show, just a show with the band. Your first show. Was it at a club or no? Or was it a backyard?
It might have been, I don't know. I can't remember. It was probably in a living room. We did play, when I was in Red Cross, we played Steve McDonald's junior high graduation party in somebody's house, like one of the kids in his class, family's house in Hawthorne, and we got Black Flag to play with us.
Did you?
Yeah.
Dude,
And the kids didn't know what the fuck to think.
No
And the parents were
way.
like, these older people are terrifying, you know, that kind of thing.
No way. So you got them. So you became friends with them early on then.
Yeah. They kind of took us under our wing, got us our first club shows and stuff.
And that's what you said back earlier. That's what the punk vibe was like. People. Kinda
Yeah.
help. Do you think bands still kind of do that with each other?
I think so. I think you have. I
If
don't
you're
know.
friends
That's the
with
only
bands,
way
they
I
kind of look out to each other.
I don't know. I think my daughter's in a band, and that they do. She plays a lot of shows with certain bands. They help each other out and putting together bills and
That's cool.
to play. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. So wait, so you had Black Flag played. How old was the kid's birthday party? Or you said it was
Junior high graduation, probably 14-year-olds.
Oh wow.
I don't know what year do you go in?
No,
How old do you wanna
younger
go?
than that. There must have been about
12 or 13. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because Steve was 12 when we first started the band. Then he turned 13.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
Around then, yeah.
Do you have any photos of that?
No, but
video?
I have photos of our first show that my dad took, and he was a good photographer, but he took some really shitty photos. May he rest in peace. But I gave him shit about that when he was still alive. It was funny.
Was your parents supportive of what you were doing?
Yeah, I mean, they helped me out, made sure I had good equipment, but they're like, he needs something to fall back on, you know, that kind of stuff.
But they weren't like, this punk stuff's just whatever. They were like, this
No.
is cool, do your thing.
I don't know if they really liked it, but they didn't poo-poo it. you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
So you had that support.
Yep.
That's
They would
rad.
come to shows, you know.
So then you said your first show was terrifying. In what way? You were just nervous?
Yeah.
Had you ever been in front of people before, performing at all?
No.
No?
Not really, no.
Did you feel like, do you feel like playing guitar then it helps like express, your way to express yourself?
Yeah, because, you know, I guess it's more of my alter ego, because I'm pretty mellow.
But on stage,
But on stage, it's just, I could let my hair down if I had any.
yeah, me and you both.
Yeah, that's right.
So that's your way to like kind of express
Yeah,
yourself.
yeah. I don't write lyrics, but, you know, I could express myself by strumming the guitar.
Yeah. Wait, what is that? I saw something online that called the Hetson. Was it Hop or something? What's it called?
The Hetson Leap.
Leap.
Somebody named my little jump move, yeah.
Like, what was that from the early days? What is the
somewhat
Hetson,
early.
what is a Hetson leap?
Fuck if I know. I just
Jump up and kick the legs thing or something?
yeah, and kind of tuck my legs under my body. I mean, people see photos like, oh my God, you're jumping so high. It's like, no, I just can tuck myself and get it compact. It looks like I'm higher than I am.
So then people,
It's an
so then a lot of people
illusion.
imitate that then.
I think so. That's what
Yeah.
I've heard.
So you were like the Hetson leap.
I heard a funny story from I can't remember who told me. Somebody in Pearl Jam told me, and it was like, oh yeah, like we were playing the show, and then I can't remember which guitar player. I think it's the air quality. There's some fires going on.
Oh yeah, the fires are
Yeah,
horrible. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
anyway.
Yeah, no, it is. I mean, it looks orange outside. You can see through.
I see ash falling down.
It's horrible.
Anyway, so they're like, yeah, we were playing one night, and he did a jump, and we go, oh, that's the Hetson leap. So that was kind of funny to hear
That's
that.
pretty cool.
From a band like that. That's pretty cool.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. That band too. I heard like Eddie Vedder when he joined that band, they were kind of already making it, but he wanted to drive to shows in vans. Did you ever hear that story?
Yeah, we did a tour with them in 1995 at the height of their success, pretty much.
Oh wow.
And we were playing pretty big venues, and we played fucking Soldier Field in Chicago with them, and that's a huge stadium.
How many people you think?
60 or 70,000, I don't know.
Yeah.
But and he didn't want to be in. He was in a van with a friend and his girlfriend.
Yeah.
And they would just drive from show to show in a van.
It's crazy. Well,
He's that kind of guy.
Yeah, I think because well, I don't know the guy or whatever, but I assumed that seemed to me like, from what I understood, they had already kind of had some success because the Mother Love Bone, and then he formed and then became Pearl Jam, and so they were like, oh, we finally made it. And he's like, well, I didn't get to rise up from being the guy in the van driving, and he wanted to live that, I guess. So that's pretty cool. I didn't know you toured with Pearl Jam. It's pretty rad.
Yeah.
Yeah, you tour with everybody.
I guess at some point.
How many years have you been touring?
I guess if you count out of town shows being as quote unquote touring, I don't know, since 1981.
Wow.
No, 1980. 80.
You're talking the Red Cross days.
No, I'm talking Circle Jerks.
Circle Jerks.
Red
okay.
Cross, we never made it out of the LA area.
So then you were in Red Cross for how long?
Not very long, maybe 9 months, if that.
And
But
then,
we still recorded an EP and got to play some cool shows with cool bands, like Germs, Black Flag, that kind of stuff.
how was it with the Germs?
It was always, you just never knew what you were going to get.
Yeah.
Sometimes they were good. Usually it was bad and got worse, and then there was some kind of chaos.
And those were the shows you would play like in a lot of those clubs in Hollywood. What were they called? Like down the street from the Okie Dog. What was that place called?
Starwood.
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 Man, I
yeah.
always wanted to go there. I didn't
Hong
live
Kong
on it.
Cafe downtown, like Chinatown.
How was Starwood?
Starwood was cool. Yeah, it was a good club.
Yeah, I never.
They paid well, and I don't know if you've heard any stories about the owner, Eddie Nash.
Wait, is that the same dude that was in the Boogie Nights thing?
No. I don't know if there was any characters based on him in Boogie Nights. Anyway, but I haven't seen that movie forever. But he was a character, and
What's the story about him that like so that
I just know that a lot of times, one time we went in to go get paid, and he'd open up the safe to get the money, and he'd just have like fucking stacks. He's like all kinds of drugs in the safe, Quaaludes and stuff.
Hey, Jeff, do you know anything about that movie Boogie Nights where it's supposed to be John Holmes and it's Eddie Nash, isn't it? That he's an investor with or something?
Eddie Nash. There was a connection between John Holmes and Eddie Nash. For
Yeah, that's
sure.
what I mean, because I
Yeah.
saw that in the movie,
Yeah.
and I was like,
Yeah.
oh, and so I was like, wait, I went up off Wonderland, I went to the whole thing, and checked out where he used to live and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was
There
like,
was
so
definitely-
that dude owned that. The Eddie Nash guy owned that club.
The club. Yes. Oh yeah, the club.
Yeah, because he like I
Right.
think like I don't remember in the movie, but didn't he owe like John Holmes owe him money or something went bad or some deal or something.
It's been a while, but yeah, there was a connection between John Holmes, Eddie Nash,
And punk rock.
all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was it like? Okay, like let's say you played a show at Starwood and you left. it wasn't like a war zone when you went outside, was it? Or I mean, 'cause I'll tell you this much: when we rode bikes in the '80s, we got people try to pick fights with us all the time because we rode bikes.
Oh, yeah,
because we were different.
Right.
But did you guys get that a lot?
Yes.
Yeah.
If it wasn't people, it was the police or the sheriff's department. You know.
Oh, the police too.
Yeah.
Like they were like, you can't play this punk music.
Well, a lot of the clubs, not the clubs, but when it started, a lot of people started showing up. They just filtered out on the streets. They couldn't get in. They were partying and doing illicit acts in people's backyards and front yards, and
Got it.
so the cops would break shit up. But a lot of the shows were hall rental things. You know, someone would rent a hall and throw a show, and they didn't have the right permits. If they were selling alcohol illegally, they would come in and break it up and
Got it.
sometimes start shit and start beating people up with their billy clubs for no reason.
Yeah. Was it? Well, I mean, you said people rented halls. Is that because it was hard to book shows for punk
There
back
weren't
then?
there weren't many clubs that would allow punk rock, that would play punk rock.
Even in SoCal.
No, not at first.
Not at first.
It was like the original punk club, the Masque. That was like the literally underground club, which was underneath the Pussycat Theater, which was a porno theater on Hollywood Boulevard. In the basement, there was a club called the Masque, and there was rehearsals, studios there, and they had the club down there that they would
Wow.
put shows on.
So that was.
And it's still there. I mean, the spot's still there with all the original graffiti. It hasn't
Really?
been touched since the early '80s when it closed.
See, because I grew up, dude. That's rad because I grew up, in the Midwest. So all
Yeah.
the stuff you're telling me you lived. That's why I'm like
Mhm.
super
Yeah.
into this right now.
Were you from like Kansas City or something?
Yeah, Kansas City. Yeah. And so, wait. So the Masque. So wait, where's that located at again? Hollywood Boulevard.
Hollywood Boulevard, kind of over by where Bordner's is.
Okay. And it's still there.
It's still there, yeah.
Wow. And what
There's
that?
an alley. There's an alley where you would walk in and go underground downstairs, and
And all the original graffitis there. Do they know what they have over there?
I think so. I don't. Yeah,
Oh, okay. I wonder if it's still the same. I wonder if it's still the same owner.
of the building. It
Yeah.
could be. I don't. I
Yeah,
have
I
no
don't-
clue.
Was there other places on Hollywood Boulevard to play?
There was Raji's in the '90s.
Where was that at?
That was like
Sierra Bonita Street right there? Is there a place right near there? Hollywood and that?
What the hell? That was Hollywood and
Highland?
kind of near the Pantages
Okay.
Theater. So that would be. I don't know. I'm drawing a blank.
I get you. I see. But back then, Hollywood was probably like a lot dirtier, huh?
Yeah, I mean
Grimier?
It's grimier. It's grimy, but it was. I mean, back in the day, if you drove down Sunset for miles and miles, there'd be hookers on the street
Wild.
on almost every corner.
Back in the day.
Back in the day, yeah.
Wow.
And then the male prostitutes were on Santa Monica Boulevard.
Yep. Crazy. And
Yep.
punk rock was just right in the middle of it all.
Yeah.
So that's cool, man. That's really cool. Let's talk about Circle Jerks. Like, how did you guys? Where'd you meet Keith at? And how did you guys form all that?
When I was in Red Cross, he was in Black Flag, and we both quit our bands around the same time.
Got
And,
it. Did you guys grow up in the same area? Or?
Yeah.
So
Yep.
did you go to the same school? Or?
No. He grew up in Hermosa Beach. I grew up in Hawthorne, which are fairly close.
Oh yeah, Hermosa. That's right. Yeah. So what was the punk scene like in Hawthorne? Probably pretty good back then.
Five of us or
That's
six.
what I mean. Yeah, what I mean by pretty good is like, because I think of like Hermosa, and there was like, there was a few bands, a lot
Black
of good
Flag,
bands.
Descendants came from there.
Right. Was there more in
The
Hawthorne?
Last.
Just you guys.
Huh?
Just in Hawthorne was it? Just
Yeah. We were the only band at that point that came out of there. Of course, besides Beach Boys.
Right. Oh, that's right. They did too. Huh?
Yeah.
The drummer was punk, wasn't he? I heard he died. The Beach Boys. He died drowning
One of the guys did, yeah.
because from what I heard, he threw like all this stuff from his like ex-wife into the water, but then he went down to try to find it, and he was drunk and he drowned.
Damn.
Some crazy story.
Mhm.
I don't know. That's wild. So okay, so you guys said, all right, we're gonna do a new band,
Yeah.
right? You guys come together. Who came up with the name? You guys together?
Me and Keith were at Ray Pettibone and Greg Ginn's house. You know, they still live with their parents, I think. Maybe Greg didn't, but Ray still lived with his parents because they're brothers, Ray Pettibone and Greg Ginn.
Yeah.
And we were looking through this American slang dictionary, and we were looking at all these funny terms from the 60s American slang dictionary. And there was stuff like plastic hippie, which is basically like a poser hippie, you know. And then we saw the term circle jerk, and we're like, oh my God, that's the most ridiculous thing we've ever heard of. What a great name for a band, Circle Jerks. And that's how we got the name.
Do you remember the definition of the slang in it? No.
From the American Slang Dictionary? No.
Yeah,
I don't remember the exact.
But what do you think of when you first hear it? Yes.
What do I think about it?
No, I'm kidding. It's like, yeah, it's circle jerk.
Right.
Yeah.
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 It
So that was like, that went, what was people's take on that? Like this band, Circle Jerks.
Some people didn't know what it meant. Some people were like, what the hell? What kind of name is that?
Right.
Original bass player Roger was too embarrassed to tell his parents at first what the name of his band was.
Like, Dad, it's Circle Jerk.
Mm-hmm.
It's better than Soggy Biscuit. You ever hear that one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So
Yep.
Circle Jerks.
Yep.
So then what did you guys got together, instantly you guys had a connection.
Yeah. I knew our drummer that became our drummer Lucky because he was. I tried to bring him into Red Cross when Ron, our drummer from Red Cross at the time, quit, and it didn't quite work out. And the guys, I find out years later that they were just intimidated because he was older and a real musician.
Oh, who's that?
Lucky was.
Oh, Lucky.
Yeah,
Okay,
he
yeah,
was
Lucky,
like,
yeah.
You know, like jazz trained, you know, that kind of guy.
He's an attorney or something, isn't he?
He became an attorney, but he took over his family's business, which manufactured eyeglasses.
Yeah, because I didn't know that. I did a show, well, Lucky Strike Live did their thing where it was
The jam night thing?
Jam night, and I did a jam night with him.
Okay.
And then isn't his brother in another band?
His brother was in Wasted Youth, yeah.
That's it. Chet,
Yep.
right?
Chet, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You still talk to those guys?
I haven't talked to Lucky in a while. I talk to Chet every once in a while.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. So then you guys got Circle Jerks together. You knew right away. How long was it till you guys got together and you started playing gigs?
A couple of months.
Because you already had a fan bases, right? Of like kind of
Yeah, we knew people. You know, we had a good networking from the bands that we were in, and yeah.
Did you think that it would still be going?
No, we just
No.
wanted to get out of the garage. I mean, that was everybody's goal back then. Get out of the garage, play, do some touring.
Did it just take off right away for you guys? Not take off like it, but I'm just saying, did you start to book more? Or like out of state? When did you start booking out of state?
Maybe after 6 months of out of state. Oh,
Because punk rock kind of had to was around, but it kind of had to grow.
I think
didn't it?
we didn't make it out of California till 1981, and we did like an East Coast tour.
Got it. Oh, like New York and stuff like that over
Yeah,
there?
Boston down to D.C., yeah.
The Midwest wasn't ready for it yet.
No, 82 was our first full national tour.
Wow. So 82, 92, 2002, 2012. That's like 45 years ago, dude.
Yeah,
And you just got off tour, didn't you?
I think so. Yeah. Where am I? Yeah, we just got back from South America.
Wow. How was that?
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, you said,
Fans.
it got out of California in 82, and now we're in South America.
Yeah, and the fans, that's the only place really in the world where we actually need security to get in and out of the van to get to shows and out of shows.
They treat you like the Beatles.
Yeah, they're just, God bless the fan base there, but they don't know boundaries, personal space. It's like,
Yeah.
we got a job to do. We can't sign everything, get mobbed by 150 people or whatever. It's like, it doesn't work. Not going to go well.
Yeah, they get super hyped. Yeah, the personal space
Yeah.
is different. One time, me and Tony Hawk went to Chile to do shows for the first time.
Yeah.
I remember sitting in the car, and they surrounded the car, and we're rocking it. And I was like, dude, I felt like, are you John and I'm Paul, or am I Ringo? Like, there's, you
crazy,
felt like
isn't
this
it?
is nuts. Like something's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But they get super amped up.
Yep.
Yeah. So how long were you down there for?
Like 2 weeks. Two and a
Man,
half
what an
weeks-ish.
experience. So you've seen the world.
Yeah.
I mean, we met on Warped Tour back in
Right.
the day.
Yep.
Yeah, years ago. And but touring, do you find like touring to be like one of those things where like, at least for me, if I'm gone for a long time, I'm like, man, I'm gonna go home. And then when I'm home for a long time, I'm like, nah, I'm gonna go on the road. Do you ever feel that way?
You're really happy to be home, and then after a couple of weeks, you hit that post-tour depression. It's like I'm not very structured, but when you're on the road, you got something to do. You got your bam, 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 bam.
Yeah. And then
Yep.
when you do that a lot, then you get like, I love you guys, but I kind of want my space.
Yeah.
When I go back, it's just this constant pulling each way.
Mm-hmm.
I always feel that way.
Yeah.
When I tour and stuff. So the crowd was pretty stoked on you guys down there.
Yeah, it was good.
It was good. When you guys got other stuff coming up, or you always got something? Stupid question.
Yeah. Got the Flogging Molly cruise coming up. Excuse me. Where I'll be double dipping with Punk Rock Karaoke and Circle Jerks, and then we're off to Europe with the Descendants.
Sick. Yeah, so it's nonstop.
Yep.
Man, it's crazy to think that with the Descendants too. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can follow your dreams when it comes through.
Yeah,
But it was never your dream. You just wanted to play.
that's true.
This is true.
Yeah, but the dream was to play.
And you got it.
Yeah. Or is it really a nightmare? I don't know.
Dude, life right now. Everything's
Yeah.
like a nightmare. What's up with Punk Rock Karaoke? Anyone listening out there? Punk Rock Karaoke is where people come to the show and they sign up to play a song, like a punk song. It could be like Minor Threat or Black Flag, Circle Jerks. And then you have a band play.
Yep.
And what does the band consist of?
We're a live band. You're the singer, you're the star. We're just your humble sidemen. And it's me, Stan Lee from the Dickies, Darren Pfeiffer, who used to be in Goldfinger, and Randy Bradbury from Pennywise.
And then so you must know all these songs.
We have about 70 songs we can get through, some better than others. But we never know what's going to be picked, so it keeps us on our toes.
It's pretty rad. Yeah, I've done it
Yeah.
quite a bit with you guys. I always get
Yeah,
a kick out
you
of
always kill it.
it. People
Cough claps.
Yeah. People love it though. You you guys doing a lot more shows with that too, huh?
Yeah, we got a bunch of stuff coming up.
That's cool. Yeah, I always see that you're busy. So punk rock back in the day, where was it like where you felt like people started to go from like, oh, these guys are freakazoids, what's going on, to where people are like, it's kind of cool, it's all right.
That didn't really happen until the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So all those 80s. What do you think changed it for the 90s? Mainstream punk?
I think it was bands like Nirvana, Metallica, Slayer talking about punk rock as being their influence, some of their influences. I think that really helped.
Yeah. Do you think a lot of bands just start off punk, but they don't know they're punk? Just pick up an instrument and start playing?
Probably, yeah.
It's funny you say that, because that's around the same time it was for like BMX and skate. It's like, I felt like when things got on TV, there's something magical about TV that if you're on
Sure.
TV, it's like, it's society says it's okay,
That's right.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So when I was a kid, I saw the Clash and the Ramones. I remember on MTV, and then punk kind of went away until it was like Green Day, Offspring.
Yep.
That moment, and so for us, we were kind of like underground until like that Green Day, Offspring, X Games TV.
Right, all the videos that have, the videos just that was for the BMXers or the skateboarders or the snowboarders. They put punk music in the videos, and that really helped.
Helps you guys,
spread, the word as well.
Yeah, see, that's back when we used to do it, and there was no copyright. We just would do it,
Yeah,
and now people are like, hey,
we'd
you can't
find
do that.
out like, we didn't ask for permission, but it's cool. We don't care. It's getting our music out there. We didn't care,
It was distribution, yeah.
Yeah, another way to get it out there.
So then, when you when you felt like punk rock was more kind of like accepted, did you see the crowd change? Did you see the difference in the crowd?
Absolutely, yeah.
In what ways?
Besides being bigger crowds, I would say that it was younger and, I don't know, just more quote-unquote normal types, not the arty. When I first started going shows as a kid, it was, very small, more arty, intellectual types. And, of course, you had your crazy fuck-ups that just stumbled in on the scene that caused trouble. But it was a smaller community. And this is like, it spread more to the suburbs and
Some more
areas like
mainstream
that.
kids wouldn't be
More
part of it.
mainstream, yeah. Yeah.
And do you think the Warped Tour helps a lot with that too?
Yeah, the Warped Tour was definitely a big boost to the punk rock world.
Yeah, it was, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Do you see Circle Jerks getting newer fans?
Yeah, there's a lot of young people showing up, a lot of, families too, which is kind of funny. It's cool.
Yeah, the punkers are bringing their kids.
They're bringing their kids or their grandkids even,
Yeah, because I'm always curious about punk shows of like what the audience is like. If because I'm always thinking of ways for people to be, and say with bike riding and stuff. And we talked to this earlier with the guests. Is like, what's the next generation? Am I seeing the next generation of kids, or is just all the old dogs staying in it,
Right.
and or the dudes competing that are in it because of opportunity and stuff like that, or are there actually kids out there riding? And so with your show, you see like a lot of younger kids.
Yeah.
That's good. That's your longevity of your music too, right? Without a crowd, you got no show. I mean,
Yep.
you do, but it's not as fun.
True.
You know, right?
Yeah.
So you saw a big shift.
Big shift in the 90s, yeah.
So when you went to South America, was it all different types of people? Like
Yeah.
ages and stuff?
Yeah.
Kids? Yeah. Did you feel like they react different to punk over in different countries? Because you guys are like a legend punk band.
Right.
So
if you say so.
Yeah, well, I mean, you absolutely are. So you're like one of those bands like Black Flag, Circle Jerks.
Yeah, people know the name, yeah.
Yeah, they know the name, and so
They might not know what the band name means, but they know the name.
Yeah,
Now you know, everybody.
yeah. Now you know.
Yeah. Thanks, Rick. Speak secrets.
No, I'm just saying, if you would have called the band Soggy Biscuit, it just wouldn't have the same longevity. It doesn't
True.
kick. Like, ready?
Yeah.
Coming up, Soggy Biscuit.
Yeah,
The last one.
lost
The
my
last one's
appetite.
got to eat the biscuit.
I've lost my appetite.
Wait, what? Wait, am I the only one here getting it? It wouldn't hit the same, bro.
No,
No. Or if you would have made it Circle Jerk and not plural,
singular, yeah.
that would singles you out. That doesn't make it like a group.
Is it a group of jerks that hang out in a circle? I don't know.
Yeah. You know what I
what
mean?
was the question again? I forgot.
I did too.
Can we roll back the tape?
Yeah, roll it back. So
Let's
do you
just
see
move along. What the hell?
Yeah,
right?
let's just keep it moving. So you see yourself just to the end. You'd be like 90.
I don't know.
No.
One show at a time, I guess, at this point.
How's tour for you? You able to like still like hang, be able to go out for like a month and not be like, oh, this is working me.
No.
No,
a
is it
month
harder?
is about the most.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mentally and physically.
Yeah, but it's all worth it for the stage, isn't it?
Yeah.
And being in a band is like, would you agree to this? That like you have to like get along with it. You guys get along?
Yep.
Your band for the most part?
Yeah, I mean, we didn't always, but now that we've reformed the last 5 years-ish, it's, we never got along better, knock wood, again.
Yeah, because you guys, you weren't in the band for a while and you came back, or were you in the whole time?
I've always been in the band, but we've taken breaks or broken up a few times.
Got it. Oh,
Over
yeah,
the
you weren't
years,
like, I
yeah.
quit. You were just like, take a break. Yeah. Because bands are hard, right? To keep
Yeah.
a band together.
Yeah.
What do you think the hardest part is?
Compromise,
Yeah.
getting,
The egos.
putting aside the ego and go, okay, what's for the best,
Yeah.
And that's not easy at times.
Got it. Or if someone's getting more attention in the band than someone else.
No, it's more like, if like sometimes it's song selection for live. It's someone like, yeah, I don't like that song, and other guys do like it. It's like, go with the consensus, even if you think that this song should be in the list or should be at a certain spot in the list. You got to pick and choose your battles.
Oh, so it's more like small stuff.
Yeah,
And it
it's
escalates
usually
to
small.
bigger. Yeah.
It can, but it escalates if you make a big deal out of something small.
Yeah, there's a book called Don't Sweat the Small Stuff.
Yeah.
I need to read that one again. Because driving, bro, I'm a rage.
you
Oh,
know,
just cut me off. It's gone.
I'm pretty good at that now.
Are you?
Yeah, I kind of like, sometimes I'm like,
See, I need to be
Feel
like
it.
you. I need to just chill out. I drive
Yeah.
so much, though, dude. I drive like 100, 200 miles a day.
I bet back and forth with the kids to school. And
Yeah, all that stuff. It was crazy,
Good
bro.
times. I don't miss those days. Oh, I don't miss those days. Bang your microphone.
Yeah, you have one kid, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, and she's older now, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so yeah, taking them back and forth for school is like, anyhow. What was the writing like for you guys? Like, are you guys doing any new music? Working on anything new?
Yeah, we're working on stuff right now.
Dude, that's rad.
Yeah, trying to finish up a record so we can record.
How many songs?
I don't know
Oh, you don't
how
talk
many.
about it,
Yeah, we're still working on this stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
As we speak.
But the writing process is like, you guys know each other, and you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not. I'm sure it's still a creative process, but like it's not as hard to be creative. I'm saying, but I'm saying to
Yeah.
work together.
No, it's been so far been okay.
You think it's because you guys are older?
I think so. Yeah.
You like go through life and you're like,
Yeah. Don't sweat the small things.
yeah,
right?
like don't get mad at people driving.
Yeah.
You know.
Don't get mad.
I'm just
If
saying, no one knows
if
how to drive here.
Yeah.
Did
No
you-
one knows how to drive anywhere.
It's true. So that means I'm going to be mad everywhere I go.
I don't know. Well, I think there's better drivers in Europe because they actually make you learn, and you have to wait till an older age to get your license.
Do you? How old?
18.
Is it?
A lot of places in Europe, yeah. Or everywhere in Europe, maybe.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, they had to go real driving school instead of just. I don't know what it's like now to get your license, but
Oh, it's a nightmare. You want me to tell you? When you're 15 and a half, you could take your permit.
right.
You do the written.
I
And then
remember
you have
that.
to take so many hours with a professional driver,
Mhm.
which is like $500 to be able to go. No, you don't get your permit until you. Okay, first you take the written part. Then you got to do so many hours with the professional driver. It's like $500. Then you get your permit, and then you
Right.
got to have your permit for 6 months
Mhm.
until then you could take the driving. And it's like pay for this, pay for this, pay for that. And I also got something that's weird. Why do we need a real ID? I thought that's what a driver's license was. I'm like paying double for the same thing. Think about
Yeah.
that scam. That's a scam. Then what's an ID? What's a driver's license? Does nothing then?
Yeah, you got. Well, that's good for driving, but the real ID is for the airplanes.
Got it. But here's what happens: is they give you a driver's license, and if you have your real ID, they just put a stamp on your driver's license.
Yeah.
So it's still your driver's license. With this, it just seems like you're paying double for the same thing.
I don't know.
How many COVID shots do we need?
I don't know.
I don't know.
don't know.
What's going on?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just want to ride bikes and play music, dude.
There you go.
Yeah.
And I have to deal with real IDs. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you ever skate or
No.
no?
No.
Were you around that?
Yeah, I remember when Cadillacs came out, and that was the big rage.
Oh shit.
And my friends were getting skateboards, and my mom was overprotective. She's like, people were breaking their bones and stuff, falling off with skateboards and stuff. It's too dangerous. Or BMX motor, the bikes, BMX
Got
stuff.
it.
It just kind of started taking off. And it was too dangerous.
Ah, whatever. It worked out for you though.
Yeah.
What did you listen to before punk rock? I mean, well, you probably still listen to it, but like, what were influences back in the day? Like Kool and the Gang or something?
No, I was one of the guys that disco sucks.
Were you?
I was that guy, yeah. One of those guys.
Saturday Night Live. You were like, yeah.
Saturday Night Fever? No.
Oh, that's Saturday Night Fever.
Yeah. It was like Aerosmith, UFO, Queen, Led Zeppelin, that kind of stuff.
Good stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you ever hear about that band Death? Back in the day.
No.
It's kind of weird how they resurfaced. Huh?
Yeah. No, I had no clue about that.
Me neither.
And I didn't know about the Stooges or MC5 or any of that stuff. New York Dolls, when it first came out, no clue.
But it was kind of like harder back then to know. You kind of got to know someone that knows someone, or get a
Right.
zine. The zines.
Yeah, or have an older brother or friends, that kind of stuff. And didn't have any of that, so.
Yeah, because
That's how I got into punk rock, through my friend's older brother. He had the Ramones Leave Home album.
Okay.
That's kind of where I heard the Ramones for the first time, I think.
You're like, dude, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy. They were on, like I said, they were on TV before everybody. Them and
Ramones?
the Clash,
Yeah.
because that was when the MTV first came out.
Yeah.
And then punk kind of went away mainstream and then came back. But you guys are holding it down, dude. Like with music back then, too. Like I tell kids, tell my kids this too, is like you had to do a lot more research, right?
It was a lot harder to find stuff. Yeah.
You had to and you had to like read like record sleeves, or like this guy's in this band.
Buy fanzines or hang out at record stores, which I did a lot of that.
Yeah. Which
When I was a
stores?
kid.
Which record stores? You remember?
Rhino Records in Westwood, because I was at that point living with my dad in my senior year of high school, and then afterwards for a bit, for a long time I lived with my dad. And anyway, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, I did Rhino Records. I was living with my dad in Westwood, and Rhino Records was within walking distance, so I just go and hang out there after school.
Wasn't Westwood like the hangout spot back in the day? Was it like a cool spot at one point?
It was. A lot of people went there. There was the theaters, like the movies, and there was lots of restaurants, and people would go there on the weekends.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't think it's like that as much as it was back then.
No, what happened was somebody took a car and started driving and mowing down people.
Really?
Yeah, and that people were afraid to go to Westwood. It pretty much killed that whole vibe down there.
Wow, I never knew that.
Yeah.
Because I know that one theater is there, that classic movie theater. I don't know
There's the
name of it.
Bruin and I can't remember what the other one's called.
Yeah, we did a movie premiere at that one of those ones. I forgot the name of it. But yeah, man. So yeah, it was harder to get stuff for sure.
Yep.
You had to look around and like record stores.
There's only a few record stores that carried punk, or if like in some of the mainstream chains, there'd be the punk section, which was pretty small compared to the whole store.
How did you guys sell your records back in the day? Were you on a label when you first recorded?
Yeah.
What was your first label?
Excuse me. I believe
Was Circle Jerks?
Circle Jerks, Frontier Records.
Frontier.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that label.
Yeah.
There was a bunch of bands on there, wasn't there?
Adolescence, TSOL.
So that was a
good stuff.
SoCal. What was the
Yeah.
other band you said?
TSOL, Adolescence.
Awesome.
Yep.
That was a SoCal label, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, because see, in the Midwest, everything was like West Coast, East Coast. There was some stuff in the Midwest, but like
Sure.
we were always just trying to, like, you were like a sponge to it. It's pretty rad, dude. What a cool
I
story.
suppose. I see your signature on the wall there, and it's very legible. We were
See?
talking about signatures and how, like, I don't know, mine got worse and worse over the years, and you were just saying that you got to keep it legible.
Yeah, you got to. That's the thing. You got to practice it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then someone will see it and be like, "Oh, what is that?" And then, you can do the scribble thing.
Do the scribble thing.
That's your style, bro. I don't even know which one's yours.
Mhm.
We have everyone sign the wall that comes on the show, because we're gonna eventually sell this wall.
There you go.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Auction it up. Of course, there's a penis up there.
What's that? Oh, you see, that's Chad. Yeah, that's his deal. You know what I mean? He's into that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, every graffiti wall has to have a penis, right?
Yeah, that's like every
Any
abandoned pool.
bathroom, every backstage.
Yeah. Every backstage, every abandoned pool, where you got to
Mhm.
ride on your car when there's dust.
Yeah.
All that stuff.
Boys will be boys.
So you guys started Circle Jerks. When did you? So in the '80s, you started touring. In the '82, you said you got out of California.
Yeah.
After '82, was it just constant after that?
Pretty much, yeah.
Like
I
the
remember-
buzz.
I remember '83. We probably toured 7 months out of the year.
Wow, and
We
that
did
was
a
all in
3-month
this.
tour and 4-month tour U.S. Yeah.
Wait, how much did you say in Europe? Did you go to Europe then? You said.
No, we didn't go to Europe until 80. What year was it? Can't remember.
See, this is a history lesson here. I should have
Yeah.
told you that before you came. in.
87 maybe.
What was the first place you went to? See, I like to exercise your mind.
Yeah.
So you don't
I
become like that
believe-
guy that forgets everything.
Where did we fly into? I don't even remember.
What was the feeling like? Like, whoa,
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Yeah. We finally.
we're overseas.
Finally, the Circle Jerks, we made it over to Europe, yeah.
What was the response like? You remember?
I remember England was good, and Germany was good, and it was a pretty short tour. We only did like 2.5 weeks. It was with Gangrene,
Sick.
and it was pretty cool.
They have that song, and the government built another bomb. You know what song I'm talking about?
No.
I think they do. If I remember right. Maybe I hit my head a
Maybe
lot.
you do.
I don't know. But we needed punk rock to ride bikes, dude.
Yeah.
You know? So inspired us to be.
We needed bikes to play punk rock.
There you go. Yeah. There you go. You got to go from one venue to the next riding your BMX.
That's right. I
So-
still have my old Schwinn, maybe even inside of my backyard when he came over. I got like an old Schwinn junior stringing right because I was a very small kid and I'm still a very small kid.
Well, you mean you have that same bike since you were?
Yeah.
Oh no
so
way.
I got the bike, yeah.
Yeah, let's go shred, bro. We got to put a ramp in your backyard. Let's go.
All right, let's do it.
You know.
I got room. It's just a bunch of dead grass there right now.
Dude.
Just dirt that my dog drags in.
So you're gonna keep touring. You're gonna keep doing music. You keep doing your thing,
Yeah.
as you
I
should.
don't know what else to do.
Done it your whole life.
Right.
Yeah, 'cause like when bands say they quit, they don't really quit. Because here's my theory: if you go through your whole life and that's how you make a living, because it comes to a point where you're not little kids, you gotta support yourself. You gotta
Yep.
eat. Like, and then you stop doing that. What are you gonna do? Like I think that about myself. Like I ride bikes. People are like, how long are you
Right.
gonna ride? I'm like, and I play music too, and I do comedy, do these other things, which I love. I do all of it. But I'm thinking like, well, it's just something I love to do. But like, what would I do?
I
do
don't
it
know
for
what
so
I would
long.
do either. I don't want to be an insurance salesman or
You
anything
might be
like
good.
that.
You might be good at it.
I could be. You can never
What if
have
we
enough.
both
You
were?
can never have enough coverage.
It's
I
true,
can get you into this plan. What do you think?
dude. Hetson and Thorne.
That's right, insurance agents. We could be on TV, like those injury attorneys.
Yeah. Hey, like,
Yeah.
you've been hurt? Hey, you've been hurt by a tattoo artist? Give me a call.
That's right. We'll get you in tattoo insurance.
Dude, I saw this sign, and I think it was in the Valley. It says, been injured by a vegan? Call me.
I saw that. That's hilarious. So genius.
Injured by a vegan. What are they going to do to you?
Mhm.
Slap you with some soy cheese? Psh, get out of
Got
here.
it with some broccoli.
Yo, I was just chilling, and then this vegan just started throwing broccoli at me. Hurt my eye.
Yeah.
I can't see now. You
Any of
know?
your kids decide to go vegan?
No.
Okay, yeah.
No.
My daughter did for a while, for a long time. But as a kid, she tried, and it never lasted too long. Like, I'd be going to In-N-Out and stuff. Or like, okay, maybe I'll just have one burger,
Yeah.
But she's still vegetarian for the most part.
Oh yeah, I'm not. If they wanted to be, I'd be like
Yeah.
cool. But like, to me, my thing about vegans is this: if you don't want to eat meat, I don't care. If you don't eat chicken, I could give. Okay, eat your thing, but don't flavor it like it's beef. Come up
Yeah.
with a new flavor, like a new
Yeah.
vegan flavor. You're flavoring it like beef because you really want beef, but you don't want beef, but you like the way it tastes.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just my opinion. And
That-
soy cheese sucks, dude. That's horrible. Vegan cheese.
For
is
the
horrible.
most part, yeah. There are some good ones.
I'm not saying it's bad. That's just not for me. I don't care.
Not for me either, but I don't mind having I go to this one spot in the valley. I were talking about vegan shit. I go to this vegan Vietnamese spot, and they do a fake duck that's so good.
Is it?
It tastes like duck. It has a consistency of duck. It looks like duck.
But it's not duck.
It's not duck.
Is it soy?
It's some kind of soy product. Yeah, it's really good.
Soy makes me grow boobs.
Yeah,
Yeah. I can't eat it.
you don't want that.
No, I'll just eat the duck.
I think, I like duck too. Quack, quack.
Yeah.
But now you got some new fodder for your comedy show, unless you already do a thing on vegan.
No, this is this is good.
I can be a comedy writer. I can write your comedy.
Hey, bro,
But there you go. I found a new gig.
you're that kind of guy. I feel like you
Insurance
could
and
be.
comedy writing.
Hetson Associates. No,
Yeah.
Hetson. What would be the comedy name? We already got the Thorne and Hetson, or Hetson and Thorne, like insurance. We got that.
There you go.
Yeah, but what would be the comedy name?
I have no clue. I'm just riffing here. But we're having fun yet, aren't we?
Greg's Riffs.
Yeah.
Riff and
Greg's
Hetson.
Riffs, yeah.
Something. Could do that, bro. Got a future.
Laughs and riffs.
You got a future.
I do.
But yeah, no, my kid. I'm not against vegans, bro. I don't care what you do. Do whatever you want. You know what I mean? I tried to be vegan once, and I actually put weight on.
Yeah.
Because I did it for the wrong reasons. I thought like I wanted to lose weight, but then I found out like eating a lot of carbs, a lot of rice, a lot of saturated fats and stuff. The stuff I was eating
Right.
wasn't like the right stuff, so I put weight on. And I was like, oh, but whatever.
I'm not disciplined enough, I don't think.
Me neither. But at the same time, I don't care because here's why. This is my theory on it. Because when I grew up, so many people told me, and you might have heard this with what you're doing. Don't do that. That shit's stupid. What are you doing that for? What are you being like? Like, oh, punk is dumb. That's it. Like, I'm gonna do my thing. So if you want to do your thing.
Yep.
You feel that way?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So you're open-minded.
I am. I used to think I was open-minded, but I wasn't. I've gotten a little more accepting of people in my older age.
That's good.
Whatever, do your thing. I don't care.
Hey. Yeah. Doesn't really matter. Don't sweat the small stuff.
Exactly.
Don't sweat the small stuff. Comedy.
Yeah.
Written by Greg
There's a
Hetson.
book in there. Oh, there already is, probably. Yeah, you mentioned that.
Don't sweat the comedy stuff. Just fucking take one word out. Make it yours. You know?
That's right.
You ever get bootleggers trying to bootleg your stuff? Your shirts and stuff at shows?
Yeah, it's really big in South America.
Is it?
Yeah. It's bad.
You guys go out there and take that shit?
No, you really can't. I mean, it would cost more legally and getting people to confiscate. Pretty much do what you got to do.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. What it is it's rad. And, dude, we learned a lot about, like, thanks a lot for sharing the early days of, like, punk. And, like, I don't know. I dreamed of that shit, man. I was like, you know, I was like a little loner kid, BMXer in Missouri,
Yep.
wanting to be in California. So I get all, like, intrigued by all of it, you know.
You made it. You made it to California. You did your thing.
I did, man. I did. And we're here.
Mhm.
And I appreciate you coming in and, you
Thanks
know.
for having me. I had a good time.
Yeah, dude, I'm stoked. Is there a Instagram website? I always want people to follow guests.
Yeah, you know, I got Instagram.
But it's just Greg
It's
Hetson,
Greg
right?
Hetson, yeah.
It's Hetson, right?
Hetson, yeah.
Greg Hetson. Follow Greg. Follow the Circle Jerks. Circle
Yeah,
Jerks Band, right?
Circle Jerks Band on Instagram and
Yep.
the Facebooks and all that stuff. And I think it's circlejerks.net.
.net.
Yeah,
Because someone stole .com.
yeah. It was
And then they
bad.
try
So
to
we
sell
had
it
it
back
for
to
a
you.
minute, and then someone stole it, and then they want stupid money. $10,000 you could set. Forget it.
Yeah, you could do .net, .tv,
Yeah,
.org.
whatever.
I'm going to go, actually, I might go steal circlejerks.org right now. And then .net
You
doesn't work
can.
out. 20 G's.
Mm-hmm.
I'll sell it to you guys.
We'll split it.
That's a good idea.
I won't tell the other guys.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, yeah. Hey,
We're not still taping, are we?
Hetson and Thorne. Insurance, Tony, huh? We got you
Yeah.
covered. You been hurt by a vegan or a
Mhm.
bootlegger? We got you.
If yeah, we can insure you against people stealing your internet
Yeah,
addresses too.
yeah. If someone sold your .com,
Internet fraud.
threw broccoli at you, or made a fake T-shirt with you on it, we
Mhm.
got you covered. Hetson and Thorne.
Right.
Let's go. Thanks for stopping through, bro.
Thanks for having me. Good
I
times.
appreciate you, man. Much
All
love,
right.
everybody. Follow Greg, follow the show, and stay rad.
I was waiting for the Stay Rad tag. Yeah.
Everybody ready? Come on, let's go.
The